The Virgo Man, character and sexuality. He has a keen intellect and excels at mental work. Mercury, Virgo's patron, governs the temple of logical thinking. He is interested in almost anything if it is beneficial to his personal advancement. The first thing he wants to know from other people is whether they have money and how they spend it. In his opinion, it is a sin to waste money. Before even thinking about sex, this is his standard thought process that allows to estimate people's benefits and value. It may seem materialistic, but before even thinking about sex, a Virgo man will always estimate if your character and social status are worthwhile for him and beneficial. When a Virgo man is in bed with a woman, he has a hard time setting his intellect aside to dive into the world of pleasures of the flesh. His world is full of numbers and rules that can conflict with his urgent desires. Given the choice, the Virgo man will always think with his mind first, and not with his dick. No one can persuade the Virgo man to an adventure that involves risk. An instinct warns him when he gets onto thin ice, and then he will simply turn around. Perhaps it is not quite correct to speak of an instinct. The practical and analytical mind of the Virgo man thinks about a proposal's risks immediately. If he says no, he does not follow a hunch, but a judgment, based on facts as he sees them, and no one sees them better. You can count on his no as the last word. For him, it does not mean maybe. He selects his friends and partners with a fine sense of discernment. He is mistaken rare. Surely he does not make a mistake twice. He acts accordingly to the proverb, once bitten, twice shy. As he expects that people should live accordingly to his personal standards, that makes him overcritical. That holds him back, if he tries to influence women or win friends. Nobody likes to have his character constantly scanned on the smallest errors. But the Virgo man cannot help. It's most difficult for him to flatter people. Usually a nervous temperament, the Virgo man needs a quiet environment to do his best. Hence his penchant for fresh air, fitness and diet. To maintain health is sacred to him, as is plenty of free time to develop the skills that give him a fast forward in life. For him, the woman is a curiosity that must be examined and experimented with, and receive fondles and pampered from him. As for sex, he thinks this is just one of the many facets of life, if you have the time and inclination to do so. He rationalizes almost everything. Virgo men are busy trying to be a perfectionist at work, so there is little left for romance. They are systematic and conscientious, have a strong sense of responsibility and strong sense of duty. In the hierarchy of a large company you will find the Virgo man often as the second man. He is methodical and reliable, but because of his modesty he seldom finds recognition. He is a clever, hard-working, conscientious worker. Submitted to a problem, he will usually find a solution. If he takes his time, it is because he does cumbersome researching and information gathering in order to hedge against any mistake. If he hates something, then it's being caught off guard, unprepared. He is not sloppy, and you will never see him with a scruffy beard. His appearance is very important for him. Maybe he is a little pedantic. He's not the most exciting man, but he can deliver and make the woman feel comfortable and happy. He plays on the scale of passion not by alpha to omega, but won't require constant attention, isn't eager to arise in the spotlight, and he is always friendly and considerate. Even if he is challenged, he does not lose it easily. If you close the door after a night spent together, he won't put the foot in between. He waits until he is invited into the bedroom. He is not a hunter, he prefers to be the game. As a sex partner, he proves endurance. Other men may be familiar with hectic, quickly inflamed passion, however, the Virgo man is still even if you messed things up. In a relationship, he may show a paternal attitude and also express protectionist tendencies. He can be an invaluable friend and advisor. If she wants more romance, she must be prepared for a fight. To marry, He decides only after certain consideration, whether she will be useful as a companion, if she has enough money to improve his life, whether she will offer him a comfortable home, so that he can pursue his activities. For his part, he will provide security, reliability, loyalty. But she must not expect much sociability and social whirl, because that is not his thing. He spends his free time gardening or reading. You need not to worry that he will spend the night in the pub. A society person he is not. She will find financial security, but that does not mean that she will get everything she wants. He likes to keep a coin in the hand and calls that understanding the value of money. For hard-earned money trinkets are not right. On the other hand, he does not travel second class. All in good time and with the right opportunity. He is faithful through and through. The woman with whom he connects will not be betrayed. He plays his cards exactly as they were assigned to him. For him, loyalty is not a vain illusion. But as it is with many people who are committed to extremely high morale, it can often be simple desirelessness rationalized as morality. Security? Yes. Romantic excitement? Number. In bed. The Virgo man does not go out to look for girls. When his partner thinks back to how their relationship actually started, she will remember that it was her who had taken the first step. He is too shy to make a start. Probably, she happens to know him through mutual friends or from work. She should better appear on time to their first date, and at future dates, because punctuality is important for him. Other character traits that he will admire particularly are a sense of tact, attitude, good manners, including table manners, and cultivated language. He wants to choose the place of a rendezvous, and his ideas about the people with whom he may come together are quite firm. Have no worries that his hand strays at the wrong places under the table, or that he may show demonstrative affection in public, or that he expects the infamous nightcap after dropping her at her home after a date. That's not his style. But when the critical moment arrives, he is ready for anything. Will this moment come at the place of hers? He will bring everything: pajamas, shaving, toothbrush, clean shirt, clean socks, and probably his alarm clock to be able to appear at work on time. Perhaps he also brings the issue up for discussion, as he would like it, even before it starts. He is no man for vulgar displays of passion, nor is he intrusive if the woman does not want him. His foreplay seems a bit rehearsed, even methodically. He knows about the female anatomy, as he has previously clarified exactly what the woman excites. He will trigger the right response from her. His technique is more aesthetic than sensual, and wrong pulses from her can affect his performance. However, he will rather blame circumstances than himself. But he is always open for suggestions, and an aggressive woman can have almost anything she wants from him. She only should not expect a lot of fantasy from the Virgo man. He will make his best effort, but the woman who misses the climax with him is at her own fault to him. The devoted Virgo man will do almost everything to please his bedfellow. If the Virgo man is not stimulated by special circumstances or tricks, he will be content with the regular position, preferably under the covers. With one exception, he likes it when his playmate lays on her stomach with her elbows on the floor so that he can take her from behind. He is not averse to new techniques, as long as they are not forced upon him. In this, he resembles a rosebud which must be treated with loving care in order to bring the full bloom of sensual beauty. Tip: a slight bite in his ass lets his pulse beat faster and usually leads him to a rapid erection. Not all stories about the Virgo man's coldness in the bedroom are untrue. Since he is not very sexual, he can easily degenerate into indifference. It's possible that he's married for years without exercising his rights or obligations as a husband. If you don't use it, you lose it, a proverb says. Don't let the Virgo man lose it. In certain situations he can then be a voyeur. The early signs: harmless views of bathing beauties in bikini, A lustful glance through binoculars can grow to pornography addiction. He will satisfy himself with porn and erotic literature. Sadly, if this happens, a normal sex life is no longer possible for him.